What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Vidiots podcast, episode 41.
I haven't got much on.
I know it's only been almost a week, minus a day since normal. But we're doing this a little normal because
A little abnormal.
a little normal. Yeah.
What did you say?
Let's set a little normal.
Abnormal.
We're doing this a little abnormally on a different day, only
in a
because
different place.
in a different place. Because potentially, probably like 90% sure that we're going to be having a baby.
Not me.
Not Chris,
Not
but
me.
me and my wife are going to be having our second child on the day that we normally do our podcasts. So, we got together a little earlier and are doing it now. So, yeah. So what have you been up to?
Work. Worked extra hours both of my jobs. I worked almost 60 hours. Probably 59 hours this past week.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Finished Preacher. Started watching Defenders.
Are those in your reviews, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
A half. And a CD.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
Is that the Breath of the Wild guide?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know why you want it?
Didn't even look at it.
There's a map over there too if you want it. Do you want to cheat?
Honestly, I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
Come on,
in a while.
man.
So, anyway. Okay, you finished those two.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, if you've been working 60 hours, then the rest of us probably sleeping.
I was watching Preacher.
On that.
And the Defenders was right after that. After I stopped that next day.
How long is that one?
What?
Defenders.
8 episodes
8.
only.
I've been working and playing. Sonic. I finally got my Sonic Mania.
That's your review.
Well, that's the game review. Yes.
Right.
But if you remember last time, I said that Amazon wasn't going to give me my copy until 2 days after the release date. Well, it came finally. The box was huge.
You got the collector's version.
I did, but I wasn't expecting the box to be that big. Statue is pretty nice. I will admit that. And then it comes with a little... It's almost like a Sega Genesis cartridge of Sonic Mania. It looks like it. And then if you open it, it has a golden ring inside. Which is kind of cool. But I played Sonic Mania, and I will rave on my review. So wait till then. On that, yeah. Okay, let's hop into news. I think the Nintendo World Championships are going on right now.
So?
I think it's this weekend. If you care about those, then yeah. Even though it's only happening in 8 cities across the U.S., so that's really not a lot of chances to try out if you even wanted to. Did you hear the games they're making people play, though?
No.
If you're 12 and under, you play Mario Kart 7. And if you're 17 or older, you have to play
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart Super Circuit.
The GBA?
The GBA one.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
are you picking these random games?
I don't know, but people have to play as Bowser on one of Bowser's Castle courses. And everybody's like, oh, come on, you pick the worst Mario Kart. I mean, I like Super Circuit, but yeah.
It was the worst Mario Kart.
No, so
well, maybe
still
the
preferred
original.
over the
maybe
original.
The original is the worst, but that was the original.
Yeah.
They didn't know what they were doing back then.
I don't know. I'll get to play it again when I get my SNES.
Yes, any day now.
Yeah, I know. It's towards the end of the month.
We're getting 2 weeks left.
Yep.
Or maybe a week and a half. I don't know.
I got my notification set up.
Well, you didn't look at it last time. The fake one.
It was like 11 o'clock at night.
Doesn't
How was I
matter.
supposed to know?
Doesn't matter.
I left my soda out in the car.
You need to get that too before it explodes. And I'll sit here and say secrets about you.
And I'll hear it in the afterwards. I'll hear it in the after editing.
Water, soda. You got water, you know.
I know, it's a cup of soda I got from Panera. Alright. Any other news?
Infinite.
Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah.
What about it?
2 new characters, which really aren't new.
Who?
Ghost Rider and Dormammu. He was in the last one.
Okay.
Which is probably on the leak list too. I believe they were.
But Zero wasn't until they updated their leak, which makes it stupid.
Video game news?
Yeah,
I don't got any more video game news.
I don't think I do either. Nope, no more video game. Movie?
They announced the Obi-Wan movie.
Saw that.
So I wonder if what's-his-face is going to come back and play Obi-Wan. I assume it's going to be in between 3 and 4, because there's a big chunk of time there. We don't really know what happened to him. He was on Tatooine. And my cousin was talking about how he would like to see a movie, why they called him Crazy Old Ben Kenobi. Why he got that title.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of ironic that you bring that up, because one of my reviews is Rogue One.
Did you text me? I was asleep.
Yeah, I texted
Then I woke
you.
up in the morning. I thought, did Sean text me about a CGI man?
Yeah,
Did
I
I
did.
dream that? Like, what?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was asleep.
No, I kind of figured you were. I just didn't want to forget to text you about that.
Oh my god.
But we'll get to that.
Oh
Anyway.
man, I already told you about that when I did my review.
Yeah, I know, but actually seeing it is different than hearing about it. But
Oh my
there was
word.
I also saw this thing floating around that there's a juggle. I don't know if it's confirmed or whatnot of them wanting to do a what's that character's name in Star Wars? The Big Blob.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt movie.
How are they going to do that all subtitled? I didn't hear that at all.
I think it's just a rumor
I
that they
highly
wanted
doubt
to,
that.
but
Boba Fett would get a movie for Jabba the Hutt.
Young Luke Skywalker, the movie.
No.
No.
He's young enough in the first movie. They're doing
No,
young
like
Han
kid.
Solo.
Yeah, I know.
What?
That movie's getting
Well, Ron Howard's doing it
weird.
now.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too bad.
Hopefully. I mean, he has to work with what he has, I guess.
Like Justice League.
Yeah.
Josh Whedon.
Yeah, I heard that's not
Supposedly
really
changed the
doing
ending.
so well either.
Supposedly he had to change the ending. Zack Snyder.
DC just can't handle, like, just can't have a break, except for Wonder Woman.
Well, they only had Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman vs. Superman. Well, that was Superman's sequel. Technically.
Yeah, but that didn't do so well.
No, it didn't.
So
Neither did Superman vs. Steel, I don't think.
yeah, no, it didn't.
Anyway.
Yeah. Any other news?
No.
No? Okay. Morgan is almost caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think she's been
She's
telling
watched
you.
it all.
I thought she had an episode left, but
Oh,
okay.
shoot. Then I ruined it for her. She told me she was on the last episode when she was texting.
Well, then she might have watched
Because
it.
then she says, there's going to be another season. And I said, yeah. And then I had mentioned what happened at the end.
Okay. Then she probably did watch
Oh.
it.
Her response was kind of weird about it.
Response was kind of weird. How low?
She just said, yeah. I
I
can't
didn't
tell
know
you.
at
I
the
can't
time.
ruin it. The ending. Can't ruin that cliffhanger ending.
I saw one episode that she was watching, bits and pieces. It was an episode where the girl was with Ward and Agent Coulson. The girl that's
Quake.
with Fitz.
Oh,
Yeah. And they were
Right.
going to this one place, and they ended up finding Fitz, and then this other girl, I don't know her name. She's new.
Yeah.
And he ends up shooting this one girl, and the British girl's like, "Oh, you can't believe you shot her!"
Yeah, I remember that scene.
And then
That was
I'm
what-
like,
that
"Well, what's
guy's
going on with
wife.
Fitz?" Because I thought he was good, and then I realized it's that
It's the
alternate
world.
thing. But
That was a good season, man. Boy, was that a good season. I tell ya.
I guess we'll move on to review.
Who's first?
How many you got?
I got 2.5.
Again, and I got 3 again. So I don't know. If you can go, then I can go. If you can go.
All right, Preacher. I finished it. I talked about it last week.
Like the whole thing.
And Yes, season 1. It was only 10 episodes. I had done half, I think, when I did last week's podcast.
I think you're right. Yes.
5. Well, I'll finish it on. Let me tell you, it's one of the best things I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. It was almost like Lost, how they would hint, it would show something, and then they won't pay off on that thing. Like they'll show something like a little bit, of something in each episode. You don't know what it is, but they'll pay off later on. It was kind of like Lost.
Sure, I'm watching this
in that way.
But
not too many shows pull that off very well, but man, this show did. And I was telling you about that one thing that took place like 1800s.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have anything directly to do with this season. Next season it will. I won't spoil that, but it was pretty cool what it turned out to be. I don't want to spoil anything. I hate to be a spoiler.
What about that guy? Didn't you say there was a guy that you saw and then you haven't seen him since? Did he come back?
Yeah, the
You were
1800s
wondering.
guy.
Oh, okay, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I only saw him twice. And then
Okay.
just find out what that was all about. Just bizarre. I can't think of anything that's even like this show. It's so original and bizarre, and I loved it. And then I went online to see different. You know how I said I thought the plot of the book was he was in search of God. Well, that's the very last episode.
Oh, okay.
And that scene's great too. Where he's talking to God. Oh, that's so good. But anyway, when I looked up on online what differences is between the comic book and that. Well, they added a lot. In fact, the town that he's in, being the preacher, is only in the comic book for like the first few pages, first issue.
Oh.
So all that stuff in that town, all the residents you see and stuff, all that's brand new.
Mm.
They fleshed all that out. Him going on the quest to find God is in the first issue of the comic.
Okay.
So this is literally one issue. Maybe some of the flashbacks
so literally like
are
the whole first season.
they fleshed out.
Interesting. Which
I loved all of it. It's like, man, usually when they add stuff to something, it's not that great.
Yeah.
But boy, it's fantastic what they added. So season 2 is almost over. I told Jason I want to come over and watch it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's only like 2 episodes left." I'm like, "Oh gee, I gotta go over there and hopefully the first episodes are still available to watch."
This should be
on demand. There's a time limit on that stuff.
I can check on our demand.
Oh, that's right. You do have it. But now I'm obsessed with it.
When I go home, I'll check to see if it's on there, and I'll let you know.
So anyway, watch Preacher. Now I want to read the comic.
What would you give the first season?
Oh, geez, I'd give it a 10. I'm going above the 5. It's one of
Okay.
those above the 5 things.
Okay.
Blu-ray, I don't like the way it's laid out. It's one of those rare Blu-rays TV shows where they have all the TV shows listed. Like you put in disc 1 has 4 episodes.
Okay.
But on the episode listing, it's all of them. So it's confusing. And then when you click on like the 5th episode, it says insert disc 2. Why do you have it listed? And same thing with the special features. They're divided between the discs. It's all listed on there. So you're like, well, where did I leave all it? Oh, it's dumb.
That's weird.
Good deleted scenes though. And Jackie Earl Haley's in it. He's good. Plays one of the villains, sort of the main villain. I don't know if you know who he was in Watchmen. He played Rorschach.
No, I haven't seen that.
But he was the new Freddy Krueger in the remake of. He's great. I won't go into. I could talk. I'll spoil everything. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. Preacher.
Watch it. Apparently.
Oh, it's good. Like there's 2 guys. Remember how I said this thing when there's a preacher and then he can tell me. Yeah. And those 2 guys are trying to get it out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 angels. Well, there's this fight. Then this other angel comes down and tries to take them out.
Okay.
Well, there's this fight in this hotel room, and every time they die, they come back, but their bodies still there.
Okay.
So they're dying. Like the room gets filled with bodies as they die and come back. Oh, it's great. Between the 3 of them, and the preacher was involved. He didn't die.
Right.
He's a good fighter, though. I guess angels aren't good fighters. I don't know. They kept dying, but the preacher managed to survive that whole massacre. With blood everywhere, bodies. Oh, I've never seen anything like it. It's pretty wild. That was what Jason told. Because Jason told me about that scene. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
That's weird.
He was like, "You got to see this scene," and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like I've never seen anything. Just bodies piling up and dying in all kinds of ways. Oh, it was great.
Interesting.
All right, Moving on. Go ahead.
My first review is the one we just watched last night.
Rogue One.
Well, no, we didn't watch that last night. That was the night before. Last night we ended up watching Lucy.
Why do you watch Jesus Christ Superstar?
Because these Rogue One and Lucy were on our backlog before. Well, technically, yeah.
You've seen Lucy a million times.
Not I Love Lucy. The Scarlett Johansson Lucy.
Every time you say Lucy, usually you're referring to that.
No, the Scarlett Johansson movie, okay. Lucy. It was weird.
What was that about? I think I remember.
So she ends up getting this packet of drugs.
Who's
stuffed
she?
in Scarlett Johansson. Just a random girl that gets caught up in the wrong spot and gets drugs stuffed into her abdomen. It's a packet of drugs. They knocked her out and they surgically inserted the packet.
Why would they do such a thing?
Because they were supposed to carry it somewhere. But at one point, she ends up getting kicked in the stomach and the bag opens inside of her, and
drugs
basically
go inside of her system now.
It's like a certain type of drug, and it basically made it so that way she can use.
Was it a made up drug?
CPH4 or something like that.
That sounds made up.
Yeah, but
so she goes crazy.
She goes crazy to the point where she actually starts using more of her mind than humans do.
Well, that sounds like Limitless.
She
basically takes the pill and he uses 90% of his brain. He's
this movie you keep going from 20% to 50%.
That is
what she can do.
Rip off of Limitless.
Going from controlling people to throwing them in the air.
Okay, well that's a little bit more. They're getting more supernatural there.
Yeah, to the point where she transforms herself into a computer at the end. It's really really strange. Morgan Freeman's in it.
Oh.
But I don't know, it was the whole time Morgan and I were watching, we're like, what? Because it was weird.
Well, you'd be saying that, you're watching Preacher.
I mean, it
was...
You
don't know what's going on.
It was a decent movie. It was just not really what I was expecting.
Mm.
So I'd give it I don't know, 2.5.
No, that's low.
Out of 5, I mean...
It's below average.
Yeah.
3 is average. Pretty much. Well, no, 2.5 is in the middle.
It could have been better. It was actually only an hour and a half long, which is rare to find a movie that short nowadays.
Dark Tower.
Okay, well, it's rare to find a good movie that long nowadays.
Well, animated movies are usually an hour.
Yeah. Okay, live action.
I was going to say Miyazaki movies. No, his movies are actually pretty long. I was going to say Miyazaki.
Yeah.
His are borderline 2 hours. I think Spirited Away was over 2 hours.
Oh, I don't know.
I believe it's over there.
But
I believe.
So, if you're into weird things and you're into the mind, then watch it.
I am into both of those things.
Then
but
give
that
it.
sounds like a rip off of Limitless. So I don't know.
You could give
Are
it.
you
going
to see Ghost in the Shell?
Probably not, unless it's on demand at some point. But
well, she's in it.
Yeah, I know she's in it. But
I'd rather see that. It's based on an anime.
I know what it is. If it becomes free movie on
I'm sure it will
demand,
at some point.
then
all
maybe.
Movies go on there?
No, not all movies. So, yeah, maybe give it a watch. It's totally up to you. You're not missing much if you don't. So, yep, that's Lucy. Your turn.
So I go from this awesome, bizarre, original TV show called Preacher, and then I watch Defenders, and I'm bored. I am bored.
Well, you didn't like Iron Fist either.
But I liked all the other ones. Seriously,
I didn't realize looking at all those Marvel TV shows that all of them except Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are TVMA. I'm like, okay, so the Marvel
Netflix can do whatever they want.
So the Marvel series on Netflix are more mature than the actual Marvel MCU.
Yeah, none of them are rated R. None of them are rated R.
That's interesting, but
we're gonna add Punisher to that.
And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is obviously.
Well, that's ABC. So.
Yeah. And Agent Carter.
But they referenced the Netflix shows on. Well, I noticed on the TV it mentioned.
On what?
On Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Mentioned something going on in Daredevil.
Well, I mean, it's all the same universe.
Well, the movies don't mention a thing.
That's true.
Anyway, I've watched 4 episodes so far.
Out of 8?
Yeah. And finally, it took a couple episodes for them to all get together because they're all doing their own separate thing because they're kind of trying to follow 4 separate storylines.
Okay.
They're all basically leading to the same thing. It's the hand.
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't watch Iron Fist, you should have watched Iron Fist to see really what's going on here, because the hand is the big villain here. I don't really know what's going on, what the main villain's purpose is. I know she's immortal. What?
I'm just talking at you.
Because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the villain's evil agenda is yet.
Oh,
I know at the end of Daredevil first season there was a big hole in the ground, and that has not been revisited. So I don't know what's going on. There's tremors in New York City. You think the Avengers would come to investigate this?
or even Spider-Man.
Or even Spider-Man.
Because you would think that
he's in
Spider-Man's
Queens.
one of...
I don't know where Hell's Kitchen is
Oh, that's true.
close to Queens, but Spider-Man's all over New York City in the comic books. So.
You
Whatever.
would think he would make like something.
A lot of people from each show is in it. All the secondary characters have shown up.
Okay.
Almost all of them. They finally got together. At the end of the last episode, they all met in a Chinese restaurant. They were all talking, explaining who each other are.
Like
Some of them have met before, like Jessica Jones. Luke Cage actually was on Jessica Jones first.
Mm.
She's great. She's the best. The actress that plays her, she's really good. It's been kind of, I don't know, not really that interesting. I was waiting, I was highly excited about this, but it's really not. I'm kind of like, I don't know.
What would you give the
Stick
4
is in it.
episodes?
Stick is back. I like Stick. It's a rather average to me. 3. It's nice to see Iron Fist and Luke Cage bonding, because in the comic books they're buddies, and they actually had their own comic book together. They actually had their own business, which is odd because they're two totally opposite people.
Okay.
But I think that's what makes it work. You know, opposites attract type of thing. They're sort of hinting at it on the show, like those two are sort of bonding a little bit. So I like to see that. And they actually fought each other. But so far, I'm underwhelmed. Maybe it's because I had to watch Preacher right before it.
That's probably it.
I'm just like, what? That might be the problem. So I don't know. We'll see. I got 4 more episodes. See what's going on. I don't know. The 5 fingers of the hand are getting together.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sigourney Weaver's the villain.
Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, don't you know who that is?
I know that
From
from
Alien.
Finding Dory.
She's in Ghostbusters.
I know that from Finding Dory.
Oh.
Because they named
She's the villain.
the speaker from the aquarium Sigourney Weaver.
Okay.
I don't know why. But it's like, Sigourney Weaver told me to go this way. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't... So far it's been...
This is really only like a half.
Like
That's
the
your half review, then I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, your turn.
Next movie.
Now it's
Rogue
One.
One,
The
yes.
CGI man.
Okay, I'm just gonna hop into that
Can
right
we talk?
now.
I talked about that before.
That
Well, how I didn't have a problem with it because of the time frame of the movie.
What do you mean?
Well, you can't hire an actor to play that part because
Look,
it's not a younger version of that character. It's
I
the same age
understand
as in
why they
Star
did
Wars.
it. I understand
But
why they did it.
They didn't have to show him up close.
No,
That I know other people have said.
Like-
They should at least kept him like in the background,
just you
Originally
can
he was
really tell
up close.
that he's
I know.
CGI, and it
Technology
just
is not
throws
there
off.
Yet. Technology, I don't think it's quite.
Yeah,
Well, this is the first time they ever.
Morgan
done
thought at the very end scene with Leia that was CG.
it. It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I guess that one wasn't so bad then for you then. Huh?
so I was like,
Yes,
no, they
that
just took that from the first or from that
No, that's
movie. And I was
CG.
like, oh, okay. So
That was a
Morgan
CG
thought
piece.
it was because she said that was a little choppy,
It looked a little.
but
And that wasn't as well done as the. Because it wasn't Carrie Fisher young de-aged.
right.
It wasn't, which is probably why it looked weird.
Okay.
Which is weird because they did de-aging on those Marvel movies and it looks incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Kurt Russell. Wait till you see Kurt Russell. I was like, oh my god.
I know. I want to see Guardians 2 so bad.
Well, it comes out Tuesday.
We don't have money. We
Well,
can't.
I'm buying it, you bonehead.
Then we'll borrow it. But
because Blu-ray comes with the 4K.
Tuesday when Zelda comes.
Oh. Yeah, well.
But,
So you didn't like... What is that guy's name? Grand Moff Tarkin?
I think
Is
so.
that guy's name?
That was really the only downside I had to that movie.
Well,
other than that, I liked it. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't... Spoiler alert. I didn't know everybody was going to die. All the main people.
I know, I didn't either. That was crazy.
I'm like, wait, really? This is
I
happening?
know.
Like,
Oh, wow. You did spoil it.
That's why I said spoilers.
Yeah, the last, like, quarter of that movie was really good. I thought it sounded kind of slow. And I was like,
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it all the way
characters
through. I like
were-
that robot guy.
He was the best.
He had the best lines.
I didn't like all the characters.
Really, the only people I really liked were the main
kinda
girl,
annoying.
the robot, and the blind guy.
Yeah.
And the blind guy's assistant dude. But
Well, he doesn't.
he didn't really do much per se except shoot people.
Right. That Darth Vader scene was cool, man.
At the
very end.
Yeah, no,
Oh
that one was
my.
cool. Morgan's like, is that James Earl Jones? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's him. He's like, I don't know why, it just sounds off a little bit.
It did. Maybe it's
Like,
because he's
she's like,
older.
it just sounds off.
Maybe it's because he's older.
Morgan's like, maybe it's the guy who played Darth Vader. Like, maybe the old Darth Vader was bulkier compared to whoever
Oh,
was
did she not?
in the suit.
Oh, I thought she meant the voice.
She didn't mean the voice. But she also said something about the build of the new Darth Vader or whatever.
I don't know.
But so, I enjoyed it. I'd give it a 3.5. I don't know, because I'm stuck in the middle, because it's like, we have
It's like
you, where
that.
you like 7 more than
Yeah,
Rogue
like
One,
some-
but then you got someone like Justin, who liked Rogue One a lot more
I've
than
heard
7.
I've heard a couple of people say that.
So, I'm still up in the air about which one I liked more. But, I mean, they're both good. It's just...
I never did buy it because I thought they were going to release a special one like they did with...
And then you'll go to buy it, and then they will.
No, I just wait for the 4K.
Oh, okay.
Since Disney's starting that now with
4K Lion King,
Guardians,
please. That would be cool. And Aladdin.
animation in 4K.
Yeah, you never know.
Charlie Brown came out in 4K. I know.
Charlie Brown?
Of all the, yes.
Which
I
one?
think it's the old ones.
Huh.
Maybe it's the new movie. I could have sworn it was the old.
Because I can see the new movie.
And not too many old animated. New animated stuff's coming on 4K. I don't think any old animated is on 4K yet. Besides maybe the Charlie
you
Brown.
might look decent.
It'll be color will look good. That's all about
Because
color.
you said that about Beauty and the Beast, where you're like, oh, Blu-ray can't do much for 2D
I remember
animation,
that.
and then you
I
watch
saw
it and you're
Beauty
like,
and the Beast, I was like, oh my goodness, this looks fantastic. Yeah, I remember that.
That's The Lion King looks amazing on Blu-ray.
I'm sure. I'm
And
sure all the
and
Disney
Aladdin
movies
does too. But they haven't re-released Tarzan.
On Blu-ray?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
Yeah. Tarzan was one that they haven't done yet. And I don't know if it's because I know back when they were doing the first Kingdom Hearts, when the second one was coming around, they wanted to add a Tarzan world, but something happened that I think Disney lost some rights to Tarzan or something,
That
so they
might
couldn't.
be. Tarzan's not
So they couldn't
original...
use it. In Kingdom Hearts, so I wonder if that's why Disney still hasn't acquired back the rights or whatever it is that they can't re-release it on
It might
Blu-ray
be.
or whatever.
It might
Which
be.
sucks because that is a good movie.
Yeah, but you think they'd own the film rights
you would
to
think
that, like
but
Marvel does with like
You
the
would
TV
think.
shows. Like they're able to use X-Men, and you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Film and
That's-
TV are two
I don't
two
know
different
that. I
things.
don't
Like
know
when
that for
they
a
did
fact.
Planet Hulk,
but-
the Planet Hulk Blu-ray,
Yeah.
they weren't able to use Silver Surfer because that's technically a movie, and they don't have the movie rights to Silver Surfer. So they had to pick another character to replace Silver Surfer in that movie. Which is sad. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I thought I saw Reed Richards in the background. I don't know. I have to watch it again. I don't remember.
So yeah,
Back to me.
how did we get on Tarzan? Oh, because of 4K
Talking about
stuff.
Those Disney
Yeah,
Blu-rays.
Rogue One, I would definitely give it a watch. Definitely recommend it if you're a Star Wars fan. If not, then So, all right, go.
A CD Live. The band Live.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
From
last week,
York,
I think. Or you were talking about that to
Pennsylvania.
Morgan or something.
What am I talking about? I talked about it on the news. I said their first album was getting
I
a
could have sworn you
25th.
talked about it to Morgan because then Morgan was like,
No.
wait, live?
No, I didn't tell. No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, then go ahead, live.
Well, that album, the CD came out, I bought it.
Okay.
And I listened to it. And it's pretty good, I will say. None of the songs, like, I didn't hear any songs outside of those first. Remember how I said there was 3 songs from that album that was on their greatest hits that I really, really liked.
Yeah.
None of the songs I heard outside of that matched like the level of those 3 songs, which is disappointing. But they're good songs. This is a good band, and I'm right now. They came with the concert. The second disc is a concert from '92, and that is fantastic. It's all songs from that album.
Okay.
But man, I actually think that sounds better than the album, which I never say that. So they're a good live band. Of course, this is during their heydays, '92. And there's actually, and it does come with some bonus tracks. One of them is a remix of one of the songs that's already on there. I forget where the other 2 songs are from, or 3 songs. But there's also a song on the concert that's not on the album, and it has the lyrics in the book of that song. It's called Susquehanna.
Okay.
We're 40 minutes from where they might be the biggest thing that ever came out of this area, celebrity wise. I can't think of any.
I feel like there was some other celebrities that came from PA, but I'm not sure.
No, this area.
Oh,
They came from York.
Okay.
And they were big in the '90s. They were big. And they're good. That's a good band. They're a good band. 4.
4.
Yeah. I'm 4. It's pretty good. It's not their big album. It's the second album. Technically, this wasn't their first album. I read online that they actually released an album before this that wasn't a wide release, sort of like Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Only 1,000 copies. I think you can listen to it online. They were actually under a different name. Their name wasn't Live.
I wanted to do that. Go back and listen to that Christian Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah, you should. They were called Public Affection.
Okay.
And they changed their name to Live, I guess, with their first big album.
Okay.
Which was this one. But the album after this, Throwing Copper, that's their big album. That was the album that had all the hits.
Okay.
3 big hits. So I'm hoping they do an anniversary edition of that. That came out in '94. So that's, I guess, 2 years from now.
Okay.
Boo. But I don't see why they wouldn't. It'd be odd that they would do an anniversary edition of the album not many people know about. You'd think they would do the anniversary of the big album.
Yeah.
So I would surprise me if they didn't. That's the thing nowadays.
Will.
Everybody's doing that nowadays.
They probably
anniversary
will.
editions of their main albums, or they do all of them, which is better. Like Nirvana did all 3. Of course, they only had 3. Soundgarden's been doing almost all theirs. It's a good CD. Check them out. A very energetic band, and Ed has a unique voice.
It's always good for a band to have a unique voice.
He's got I can't think of another band. I mean, it's '90s, but I can't think another band that really sounds like them too much. They had a lot of energy back in the day. That band did. Boy. They were on Saturday Night Live. They got a standing ovation. I think they were one of the few bands that got a standing ovation. From what I heard, I might be wrong. And they did one of their songs on there. Yeah. Live.
Listen to them live.
Mental Jewelry is the name of the album.
Remember that name.
I'm not sure what that means. It's in one of the songs mentioned Mental Jewelry.
Usually a album title is something to do with a song.
Usually it's a song title.
Yeah.
This is actually a lyric in the song. It's not, there's no song called Mental Jewelry. That's unusual. Yeah. It's not unheard of.
Yeah.
And while we're on live and unreleased tracks, because they had the bonus tracks, one of the songs was unreleased. The Kevin Smith movie, Zack and Miri Make a Porno. There was a live song that he put into that soundtrack that I've never heard before. That was never been released, and it's an amazing song. And I don't know where Kevin Smith got it, but I think it's a song that they recorded during Copper. So
We're
they
talking about the same Kevin Smith.
It's the director.
Okay.
The guy that did Clerks.
Who am I thinking of?
He did Clerks. He's a big superhero guy. He's a big superhero fan. I hope if when they do this anniversary edition of Throwing Copper that they put that song on there as a bonus track. They better.
Kevin James, my bad.
No, not Kevin James.
Okay, go ahead.
I hope they put that song on there because it's a really darn good song. When I first heard it, I was like, oh my gosh. Because there's nowhere to get it.
Right.
If you want to listen to it, you got to go to YouTube. I don't even think you can download it anywhere. So, live, if you're listening to this, put that song. If you're going to do the anniversary edition of Throwing Copper, you put that song on there because I think that's where it's from those sessions. But B-side something or someone released,
Right.
Bands always have that they throw these songs on the back burner, and you hope they release a rarity set and release everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't always happen though. Soundgarden did. They released the rarity sets, 3 discs. They released almost everything, which was awesome. Even their covers that they did live. Like that's one of the best rarity sets. That's a rarity set everyone should do. 3 discs, you do 1 disc of, B-sides and release stuff. You do 1 disc of all covers if you're a band that does a lot of covers. Live and everything. I forget what the 3rd disc was like, weird like remixes and stuff. That is what every single band should have, a 3-disc rarity set, and you'd follow that formula. They're the only ones that's ever done that.
Hey, you never know.
That was perfect.
You never know.
Wow. I'm just putting that out there. Okay, I'm done now. Did you have another one? Sonic Mania.
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
I have one more.
Sonic WrestleMania.
Finally, Sonic Mania, the next 2D Sonic game since oh my gosh. I'm going to say it's the next true 2D Sonic game since the Genesis era.
They haven't made one like that since then?
They've made ones for the Advance, which were good.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
right.
They weren't
but not a major
Genesis.
Title.
Yeah.
Not like a home console thing.
Yeah, not a home console 2D game. Technically, they did Sonic 4, but that was...
What was that on?
That was on PS3.
Oh, was it? Well, there you go.
Well, let's not talk about Sonic 4. So, Sonic Mania is basically a spiritual successor to Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 and K.
But not 4?
No, not 4. Not 4. It's going back to the classics, 2D style. You got your Sonic, you got your Tails and Knuckles, and then
your heel and your toe.
You got it's got 12 stages, 12 zones. Each zone has 2 acts. 8 of those are actually remade stages from past games, and 4 are new. Yeah. So you got your Green Hill, your Chemical Plant.
Genesis graphics though, isn't it?
They're a little better. They're a little sharper.
But that's what it's based on.
I kind of want to play it on your TV once.
It's not not a new art style. Like New Super Mario Brothers.
It's fluider, but it's not a new art style. No, I kind of want to play it on your TV. I brought it, but
what?
I brought my Switch. I kind of want to play it.
My Switch is dead, man.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
You never have to charge.
No, it's downloadable only. I brought my Switch. I can just plug it into your dock.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the cool thing about the Switch. You don't need
4K though.
No, but it's still it'll still look really good. Hopefully. Anyway, the game plays just like the classic Sonics. It is awesome. The music, obviously Sonic always has had great music, so the music is fantastic. Graphics looks nice and smooth. The character animations are nice and smooth, when you're running and whatnot, compared to the classics, where just because they couldn't really do much back then. But now it looks great. If I can think of a downside.
Yes, a con. A con.
I can't.
Con. It's a perfect game.
For the first time in a long time, I cannot think of a con.
10 out of 5.
Yes, because I cannot. For the first time in a very long time for a Sonic game, I cannot think of a con because.
Well, then it must be the greatest Sonic game ever made.
It is. I will go that far. It is amazing, and the fact that it's getting great reviews from people that don't like Sonic, like IGN and whatnot, that it's getting 8.9s and 9s and whatnot. It's fantastic, and right now it's only digital download only. There is no physical copy. Yeah. There is no physical copy, but I did get the collector's edition, so I got the nice little Sonic on top of the Sega Genesis.
How do you get a collector's edition of a downloadable only game?
Because it came with the
code?
Statue and the code. Yeah, it came with the code.
Weird.
But, it comes with the statue that you can, turn it on and it does the classic Sega thing on it, which is kind of cool. Comes with what looks like a Sega Genesis cart of Sonic Mania, and you open it up, it has a gold ring inside. Because of the metallic Sonic Mania card. And then it comes with the code to download the game.
Wouldn't that be funny if they give you all that and didn't give you the code?
That would
suck. The code
suck.
was lost.
That would suck. Because the collector's edition, I believe, is $60. I'm pretty sure. And I think if you just download Sonic Mania, I think it's $20.
What the collector's edition of Marvel vs. Capcom is? Comes with a Infinity Gauntlet and a... Well, I don't know if it comes with a gauntlet. It comes with a case with all the Infinity Gems in it.
Interesting.
They're going crazy with these collector's editions. I didn't buy it. Like, no, I don't need all this.
Yeah.
I forget what else. It's expensive stuff.
Oh, I'm sure. But Sonic Mania, please, if you're a Sonic fan, and even if you don't, if you like 2D platformers, give this game a shot. It is fantastic. And I love all the little references they put for if you're already a Sonic fan. And it's like there's some unused assets from old games that they brought back. It's fantastic. And one of the things I think is funny, there's two more things about this real quick, was... For those of you that remember Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, it was basically like
Tetris.
It's like Puyo Puyo.
Yeah.
If you know what that one is. Yeah.
Games are the same.
Weirdest, like, you wouldn't think that they would go back and reference that.
Game on there?
On what, Mania? No.
Oh, I thought you could. I thought I saw there was a secret.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what
Secret
they did.
Mean Bean something.
Well, here's what they did. They referenced Mean Bean Machine by the main boss for Chemical Plant is you facing Dr. Eggman in a Mean Bean Machine thing. Mm-hmm. So you're basically playing it as a boss fight. And I'm like, that threw me off. I'm like, whoa, they actually went this far and did that. That's great. And I also think that Sega is doing a one-up on Nintendo by, instead of doing cease and desist for people that like to do fan games and whatnot, because Nintendo cease and desist that Metroid 2 remake.
Wow.
And
why? Yeah, because they were working
on
it.
And any other fan remake, like the Mario 64 HD and whatnot. Yeah. But Sega actually hired these people that did ROM hacks to make a Sonic game. Mm. So, good on you, Sega, for bringing in that fan base, like the dedicated fan base, and Nintendo's just out there being like, nope, we can't do anything with our stuff. But
that's the way they are. They're very stingy about their properties.
Yeah,
why there are no movies and stuff, even though they said they were going to get into that.
Well, there's still time, I guess.
They said they were going to do animation. What's going on there?
We'll see.
Keep talking about this.
We'll see. So yeah, Sonic Mania. It is a fantastic Sonic game in the year 2017. Who would have funked? So, play it. On regards to Collector's Edition, I just heard about a Ace Attorney. This is a Japan only. An Ace Attorney Collector's Edition that comes with every single Ace Attorney game for $1,000.
Why is it so much?
Someone said it come with like something diamond or something like that, like
real diamond,
like a diamond. I don't know, something that's in the Collector's Edition makes it worth it. But it's like $1,000 for this Ace Attorney Collector's Edition. Someone jokes like, "Hey, it comes with its own lawyer." But
it's like this Marvel box sets that are $500.
Some box sets
not that much
crazy.
Though in Tales of Wonder though. People go crazy on these things.
Oh, I know.
And there's the Terminator 2 that's coming out with the Endo arm. I would love to have that stuff, but I'm not a millionaire.
I think this was the...
otherwise, I would buy it.
I think this was the first
buy all that crap.
Collector's Edition I bought. Yeah. I think Sonic Mania is the first Collector's Edition of something that I've
never
bought.
Any.
That's a lie. Didn't you buy the Collector's Edition of... No, I bought the Collector's Edition of Breath of the Wild. That. Sorry, I did. So, Breath of the Wild and Sonic Mania were the first. But no, didn't you do that for Skyward Sword? Because didn't you have like that special Wii Motion Plus?
Yeah, I wanted that.
Yeah.
I wanted the Plus.
Yeah,
though.
so you basically
Well,
technically
that wasn't $1 million.
Well, no, I'm just saying like that's a collector's edition that
Well,
you
that's
bought.
not a Wiimo's not a collector's item. That's a must-have.
That's true.
I don't think I had Motion Plus.
Didn't it come with the CD too?
Soundtrack.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think
maybe.
it did. It's over there.
Oh,
I think it's a land under there somewhere. I think you're right. I think it came with a CD.
I thought it
Well,
did.
Kirby came with a CD too. Oh, it's not over there. Collection
Then didn't
came with a CD.
no Twilight Princess HDS. If you pre-order it, you got a CD, which they never gave me mine, and I pre-ordered it. So whatever.
Why didn't you say something,
No.
dude?
But I ended up getting it because Steve gave me his copy. So, yeah, I am looking forward to Sonic Forces. It's the next 3D game. We'll see how that one holds up. But, yeah. That's all my reviews.
I watched Shout Factory panel from Comic-Con.
Okay.
Shout Factory, if you remember, I've been buying Blu-rays from them. I said they've been releasing all these cool collector's edition Blu-rays. So I watched this panel.
I always think of Mario Brothers. Cartoon
Did they
with
do
Shout
that?
Factory.
Did they release
it was
that?
one of the logos at the end of whenever you watch Mario Brothers. Shout Factory comes up.
Did they do that?
I'm pretty sure that and the Zelda one.
That was back. That was a long time. That was back.
That's what the DVD
Up
release
there.
is.
That must have been one of their younger days. They're old now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was watching to see if they would, announce anything cool.
Yeah.
They didn't really announce anything, but they were talking, and the two guys. Well, it's Shout Factory and then Scream Factory. Scream Factory is like the horror division. That releases the horror.
Okay.
And basically, everyone that works there, they're just fans of these movies, and they were talking about how they hate it when studios release Blu-rays that have no special features.
Yeah.
And they're like, but when they do that, we try to go out there and get the license to those movies and make proper special editions, like they did with RoboCop 2 and 3, which I never thought in a million years. Because that's a movie. RoboCop 2 and 3, those are movies they released on Blu-ray, no special features, like Darkman 2 and 3. These guys are big fans of this franchises and these movies that they'll try to get the licenses to do their own, which I didn't realize, that that's what they did. They said they'll try to get whatever they can, but sometimes the studios will ask for too much money,
Okay.
or they just can't get the license. But they said, we will try it. Plus, they're like, as fans, we tend to think, oh, that would be a cool special feature, and on some of these older movies, and they'll be like, if you thought of it, we probably thought of it too. And if it's not on there, we probably just couldn't do it, or the person wasn't available. So these guys are really cool. These are really cool guys.
Right.
I've been buying a lot of their stuff lately. The Thing and the Army of Darkness and the RoboCop 2 and 3. They didn't announce anything new. I think all the stuff they announced I had already. Dawn of the Dead, which I put on my wish list. And that they're doing a Blu-ray release of that documentary I had, which I never would have thought I was going to get. They did say they were doing a collector's edition of a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie called Cyborg. None of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies have any special editions. Cyborg wasn't one of my favorites, but man, they should do. If they did Bloodsport, I would buy that. That's a good. Van Damme was a big thing when we were kids on our street. All of us, we all watched Van Damme movies. They were. Cult favorite. That's what they specialize in, cult movies.
Right.
They have big followings, but aren't that popular. So man, get on, do more Van Damme movies. I'd like to see collector's edition of some of that stuff. Cyborg, Jason has a Van Damme sort of collection. Cyborg was on there. I watched it again. It's kind of weird. It is. That'd be a Mystery Science that takes place in the future.
Man, Mystery Science.
Well, Shout Factory releases that.
Almost done.
Yeah, one more volume. So Shout Factory, they've been doing the Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
They did the Power Rangers box set. They're actually releasing the series that Power Rangers is based on. They're gonna start releasing.
Oh, really?
That. They were talking about that. They
I
release
didn't know it was
anime
based on
stuff.
anything.
They release they do anime stuff, video game stuff. So they said they've been doing really well.
Good. It's good.
So I'm hoping they get some movies. I would love it if they got the X-Men TV show.
Oh,
that
old
needs
one?
a freaking proper release. The Disney,
Oh, okay.
probably
Yeah.
Disney, because Disney does not know what they're doing with their property.
Yeah, no, because you're sitting over there with one season of Courage.
Is that Disney?
No, it's Cartoon Network.
Network.
That's just as bad, too.
That's the other one. Disney and Cartoon Network.
I forgot a review. I just remembered. But I'll get to that, too. We're done.
Those people do not know what they're doing. The Tick. I would love for Shout Factory to get the Tick.
That's not
Disney. They never released Volume 3.
That's
Season
not
3.
Disney, is it?
It's yeah, Buena Vista.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Disney. That's an offshoot of Disney. Because they suck. Whoever runs that department needs to be fired.
See, it's weird because some of them are fine. Like, I have the complete series of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Those they did.
And I think you can get DuckTales and...
Yeah, I think they did fine with those.
I need to find the DuckTales. I would love to get that. But
those shows, they seem to... Like, Animaniacs, I think, all that's out. But Steven Spielberg produced that, so he might have been like...
I heard rumor that is coming back, that they're rebooting that. But, before I go into my other review quick, I just had this thought that I was watching. Have you ever heard The Shaggy Dog? It was a Disney movie with Tim Allen.
Dog.
Yeah. He turned into a dog.
Oh, I think so.
I was watching that.
He likes to turn into things. Santa Claus,
yeah,
dogs.
I know, right? But I was watching that, and this doctor comes on. I'm like, this doctor looks really familiar. And I look closer. It's Robert Downey Jr.
Really?
Yeah, he played a doctor.
This movie?
2006.
Well, that was the year Iron Man came out.
But I looked at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is Robert Downey. What is he? I didn't know forgot he was in this movie.
That must have been before. But he kind of didn't really do anything there before Iron Man, but I don't think.
But he was in it. That threw me off.
Yeah, you watch some of these old movies, you'll see. Like when I watched RoboCop 2, I noticed a guy from Curb. I was like, oh my gosh, there's Jeff Garlin. Yeah. Like, what? It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And
Home Alone 2 with Trump in it.
Yeah, briefly. Yeah.
But, yeah. So, anyway, the review. I watched the first episode of DuckTales.
The new one?
The new one.
Oh God.
It is really good. Disney actually did a reboot right, unlike Cartoon Network. So, because Cartoon Network did Teen Titans and Powerpuff Girls, and they both sucked. But the DuckTales reboot was actually really, really good.
I don't even remember. I haven't seen any of those cartoons since I was a kid.
Oh, well, the new one is fantastic.
Duck. I used to watch all of them.
Apparently, Darkwing Duck is actually going to make an appearance in the new DuckTales somehow. But
well, they all existed in the same universe, didn't they?
Yeah, because the launch pad.
I don't know about Tailspin though.
Well, Tailspin was technically the cartoon version of the Jungle Book.
Well, it was. They just took those characters. Yeah. I don't know why. Whose idea was that? Let's take these characters that were in a jungle. Let's just put them in a
plane
and make them normal.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, what's the story behind that?
A lot of those old Disney shows.
But it's the same voice
for the most part. I think so.
Baloo the same voice from the cartoon?
I think so. Yeah.
I used to watch all that stuff.
Yeah, because like Aladdin had a really good TV show. I remember Little Mermaid had a TV show. Hercules had a TV show. I never watched
anything besides Aladdin.
Chip and Dale was good, but
anyway, that stuff's out on DVD.
I know. I want the Aladdin TV series,
which is even worse. That's their prime properties.
Yeah, I know.
We're not going to touch them.
And the Timon and Pumbaa show, I remember that.
They're so stupid.
But
honestly,
but the new DuckTales, they are doing well. That is really good. Like,
now I'm thinking of something that I just saw this morning.
We'll get there. One of my favorite visual gags was the fact that you got Donald Duck, who's, doesn't have a lot of money because he's going to find a job. And then you got Scrooge McDuck, who's, the billionaire.
Donald in the original.
No, he's in this one, though.
Is he?
I think he was in, like, one episode of the original. But... And it's funny because what happens is you got Donald have a smartphone, and then you got Scrooge McDuck, who has a flip phone. It's just kind of funny that the richer one has the flip phone, but he's also the oldest.
Wasn't he pretty stingy with his money though?
Oh yeah, he still is in this one. Wow. And I don't know, I like it. I liked it. I'm looking forward to more. And it actually ended with kind of like, I'm not sure what they were referencing, but it kind of ended with a cliffhanger almost, like leading into something. But I'm excited. Oh. Like, I thought it was Franny, and I was like, Franny?
Oh, God.
So, DuckTales, give it a watch. I love that the first episode's name is actually Woo-Oo.
They use the same theme song?
Yeah, it's a different singer, but it's the same song. It's actually not that bad, but give it a watch, please. They actually upload it for free to watch on YouTube, like Disney themselves has. Oh, wow. So they aired it for 24 hours straight one day.
One episode.
It was an hour long. It was like 45 minutes, the first episode. And they aired it 24 hours straight. So give it a watch. All right, what's your...
This morning, I go to this website called Digital Bits to get my Blu-ray/DVD news.
Okay.
And it said, Fox announces Buffy the Vampire Slayer 20th anniversary complete series. I was like, DVD set. No! It's just a re-release. It's just a re-release of what's already been.
So no Blu-ray.
All it's new on it is a comic book. Comes with a comic book. Oh, I was all excited. I was like, you idiots. You know what that means? Fox is another one.
Yeah.
That doesn't release, at least, well, they did the X-Files, thank God. But I got excited because that's like #1 TV show besides Seinfeld. Seinfeld's all done in HD. Why are they not releasing that on Blu-ray? They released Friends, complete series. Seinfeld's done. They remastered all those episodes years ago.
Do you have The Office, or is that Jason?
I waited. I was hoping for a Blu-ray complete series. All they did was DVD of that.
Because Morgan and I want to watch that.
Isn't it on Netflix?
But last I heard, it wasn't going to be on there much longer.
Jason has them all. Oh, no, he doesn't. He didn't buy the last couple of seasons. I want to get them all. I really do. I thought for sure I was going to wait for a Blu-ray complete series. Nope, DVD only. I don't know if they're going to, so I have to buy it separately.
I would love a Boy Meets World Blu-ray thing.
The
collection.
Original?
Yeah, the original. Even, they need to finish I Love Lucy, too. They only did the first 2 seasons,
what happened there.
I think.
I don't know if it just didn't sell well, which is odd because Little House on the Prairie came out. They all came out.
Yeah.
And I can't tell me that show is more popular than Lucy.
No, Lucy was obviously popular.
Yeah, Twilight Zone, they all came out on Blu-ray.
Interesting.
Well, there was only 4 seasons, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are weird. They should be doing complete series, not season releases.
They should, because I want a complete series of Phineas and Ferb. Like, where's that at?
This is what happens. You get 2 seasons of Lucy and then nothing else.
Exactly, yeah.
If you do a complete series like they did with the X-Files...
Yeah. And Star Trek.
Well, they didn't... Well, no. Actually, Star Trek they did individually. I bought that. I bought that from the UK, because we didn't get a complete series here for years.
Okay.
And then we finally did, like, a year after I bought that. But there was nothing new on it, so it was the same thing.
Yeah. But like you said, you're right, because Disney's really bad at that. Because we have yet to see any kind of seasons or series of Phineas and Ferb. I've been waiting for that forever.
Yeah, the cartoons are even worse when they try to do that. I don't understand, you know.
Because I don't know why they don't think they won't sell. But then again, like, I don't know if we talked about this before. The fact that Disney is ending their partnership with Netflix.
To do their own thing,
Yeah.
They're all going to be on there.
So that's probably why.
I didn't even think of that. All those TV shows are going to be on that. Aladdin.
I hope so. That would make me just end Netflix and get that. Cause
I wonder if they would do like X-Men and stuff.
I guess anything with Disney property, because I don't know, maybe.
I didn't even think about all those shows.
But I don't think that's happening till 2019 or something. I heard it's not happening till then. But.
I don't know if they even have I don't know how that works. Licenses to those things.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Disney owns Marvel, so you think now they own Marvel, so you think it'd be a little easier for them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But so I got one more thing in my head that we could talk about, because we got nothing else. I don't think.
My Marvel Zone.
Oh, that's right. Your Marvel Zone.
Well, my only thing. Well, Defenders was my Marvel Zone, but I'll say this. Let's say you really like this show called The Defenders, and you're going to look up the comic books. The original comic book Defenders has nothing to do with... And they just used the name.
Okay.
But they're doing a current series called The Defenders that has Daredevil and Luke Cage.
Oh, okay.
But the classic series, which is a really... I recommend you read it anyway. The original Defenders was Doctor Strange, the Hulk, Namor, and Silver Surfer. And the lineup would change. They were called the non-team. Like the Avengers has official members.
Okay.
The Avengers never did. Whoever comes and goes, you don't have to stay. Some of them just stuck around because they had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
There was always this motley crew of just weird characters. It was great. I originally bought it when back when they were doing the Essential Defenders, which is the black and white collections. I really bought it because the Hulk was a part of the team, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. First Epic came out last year, and the next Epic is coming out in like 2 weeks. So I highly recommend that. So I guess I'll be talking about it in 2 weeks. But if you're thinking that Defender, they use the same logo, the same font. It ain't the same thing, and you're going to be quite surprised. It has nothing to do with Hell's Kitchen, unless you read the current series. The Bendis at Idiots.
Right.
Just I wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
I was kind of disappointed. Why are they calling it Defenders? I was like, this has nothing to do with Defenders. Okay, fine. That's what they want to call themselves.
It is what it is.
But still, you can give that a shot. Doctor Strange, it's just weird characters. Son of Satan.
Oh, there's apparently in
Japan. Hellcat. What?
Japan? I was going to say, in Japan, I think, they released another trailer for Hulk that had Thor that had Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either, but I was like, okay, so he is going to be in it.
Yeah, that's what at the end of Doctor Strange. That's from the movie. Okay. That's from Thor.
So I don't think he's going to be a big role, but he's going to be in it.
Doesn't sound like it, which is weird that they didn't show him in the trailer.
Well, I mean, it's probably not that big. That's probably why they did it.
Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Wasn't in the Civil War? Well, that's just because they probably couldn't show it yet.
Yeah, I know.
That's a little different. It's a little different. But maybe it'll surprise us, and Avengers 4 will randomly have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine show up.
No, there's no way.
That would be hilarious. Like, no news about it or anything, and just show up.
They could do alternate universe crossover stuff. They could technically do it if they really wanted to. All these companies come together. And,
I wish. Like, that would be amazing.
And if they do an incursions thing, and have those realities get destroyed, like they did with Spider-Verse, with all the different Spider-Mans, like from the cartoons and then from that Japanese show. That was cool.
I like it when shows do that. Because then Turtles do that too.
Yeah, that, and they did it again.
Okay.
So I did it again with the current series, but they actually got the original voice actors on that. You couldn't get the original voice actors. Had something to do with some, something the Screen Actors Guild or some weird legal thing. But they got them for this new crossover. I'm like, no fair, man.
I heard the new crossover was pretty good. But
that one was, I don't know where it fits in the timeline. I couldn't fit it anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Because the Turtles timeline, I can't remember it now, but it was kind of weird. You could only, and I didn't know where to place that. So I'm thinking that can't be canon then, because if you can't place it, it's kind of like comic books.
You say that, but look at the Zelda timeline.
But that we're not convinced that that's all really the same universe. That could always be a retelling each time.
Hey, according to them, there's a timeline. So
that geography changes a lot, doesn't it?
Well, so does the Earth geography, if you think about it.
That's what I'm saying.
So that doesn't mean it's the same. It could be the same timeline. It's just the hundreds of years.
Yeah, but no, well, it changes the planet that much all the time.
You never know.
But anyway, I forget. I think I watched that last. That's another series that was all episodes were out of order.
Oh, that turtle thing?
Yeah, a lot of episodes were out of order. I put the Power Rangers complete series on my wish list.
What was I watching?
It's pretty cheap.
Morgan and I were watching Danny Phantom, and when we got to the second season on the DVDs, they ended up listing DVD episodes like, you would go to disc 1, but it was completely out of order. Like, the first episode on disc 1 actually happened. It was like the 5th episode of that season, so we had to go to disc 2 to find episode 1. And I'm like, what the heck happened here? So I ended up having
X-Men ones.
I had to end up going online and finding the right order, and then we had to go through each disc to find the right one. I'm like, how do you mess this up? Like, I don't.
It has to do with there's production order, and then there's that order it aired on television. Sometimes with animation, it doesn't.
Okay. Well, I know Danny Phantom ordered like continuity wise, because the one we watched on season 2, it like they're referencing stuff that happened obviously in the first episode of season 2. I'm like, what in the world? So it's
Turtles wasn't bad. Not too many things get referenced, so you probably could watch that and not. Except for there was one episode where it didn't make sense, or you really had to move it. But X-Men, you had to move stuff around. I think I had to write it out.
I like shows with continuity.
Yeah.
It just
older shows didn't really have a lot of that.
No.
Shows in the 80s. The Turtles did not.
It's more of a lot of shows nowadays have it.
It is.
I mean, well, some
X-Men
shows back
did.
then did. Yeah, I
X-Men
mean, like
did.
X-Men did. Like Boy Meets
That was
World
early
did.
90s,
Phineas
though.
and Ferb does. It's looking like the new DuckTales is going to have a continuity. So it's just... I don't know, it just makes me want to keep watching it, because then it's like it has this overarching thing instead of just random episodes. Like SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob, but there's no continuity in that show whatsoever.
Really?
Oh my gosh, no.
It's just each episode's a different.
Yeah, each episode's different. Like sometimes
That's- yeah,
something,
Joe's like
sometimes
that.
they can do something, but then like another season later, they can't do the same thing that they did prior. It's just there's no continuity in SpongeBob. So if you go into that expecting that, don't, because
It doesn't really. That's different. Though.
they don't reference anything that's happened to them already. The only thing that is slightly continuity is when SpongeBob first meets Sandy. But that's like the first episode. Other than that,
well,
it's just
everything's established in the first episode.
yeah. So it's, but yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So,
We have a top 5.
well, I was gonna ask you a top 5.
Oh,
Just randomly came to my head. Top 5 actor and actresses.
Oh my gosh! Why, you gotta give me time with this. Well, number 1 actor is probably Jack Nicholson.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, man, he's a good actor. I got time to think. Actress Kate Blanchett.
Oh, who that is?
She's Galadriel in Lord of the Rings. She's playing Hela in Thor.
Okay,
She was in Curious Case of Benjamin Button. This is one of my favorite movies ever.
haven't seen it. You knew that?
Did I know that?
Yeah.
She's probably. That's.
Okay, we can change it to the top 3. How's that?
You know, I gotta think
So
about
you just got
these
one
things.
more.
I like Johnny Depp. I like Brian Cox. I really like him.
If I
Good
don't
actor.
do top 5, just list some you like then.
Brian Cox. I really, actresses is hard.
I like Scarlett Johansson and Lucille Ball. Obviously, she's classic, but who's that one girl you always go on and on
Who?
about? I think she was in X-Men, newer X-Men. No, maybe not.
No. New X-Men movies. The First Class movies?
Olivia?
Olivia Munn.
Yeah, is that?
No.
Oh.
As an actress, no. I haven't even seen her anything besides she's Psylocke and Olivia Munn. No.
I don't know. There's someone that you always talk about, but I
An
don't.
actress? Kate Blanchett. I've mentioned her a bunch of times.
I don't remember that name.
And
It was
I
another
mentioned
name,
her a bunch of times so far. I'm not. I'd have to think.
but I like
about
Robert
this.
Downey Jr.
Yeah.
What Chris Hemsworth?
No.
No. Chris Evans? Lots of Chris's.
You know, I always liked Jim Carrey and
Jim
like
Carrey.
Jim Carrey as Jim Carrey in his weird in Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
I always liked him.
I like Tim Allen.
Tom Hanks. I like Tom
And
Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is good.
I like Tom Hanks. I like Arrested Development there. That's his name.
I don't know.
Gosh darn it, the main guy. He's right there.
I don't know who that is.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Charlie Sheen. No.
No.
Oh, who's the guy from The Office?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. I like
I
Steve
like him
Carell.
too.
Kevin
I
James.
can't think
I
of
like
actresses though. Oh, Emily Blunt. I really like Emily Blunt.
Reese Witherspoon.
Emily Blunt I like. She was good in.
Demi Lovato.
What the heck has she been in? James McAvoy.
She hasn't been in any
James
movies
McAvoy
recently,
I really
but-
like too. He was in Split.
Okay.
He played the young Xavier in the match.
Oh, the guy from Twister.
Kelsey Grammer.
Okay. The guy from
Kelsey
Twister. He was in S.H.I.E.L.D.
He died recently.
I know.
He was in Aliens.
Ah.
Game over, man. He was in Predator 2.
What's his name?
Bill. No, not Bill Pullman. That's another actor. Paxton. Bill Paxton.
That's it. Yeah, Bill Paxton. Jeff Goldblum. I like Jeff Goldblum.
Say more actors and actresses though.
Yeah.
I can't
Will Smith?
think.
Do you like Will Smith? I liked him in Independence Day.
He's not one of my favorites. Gosh.
Oh, Chris Pratt. I love Chris Pratt. I like
He's
him.
one of those guys that's the same and everything. He was in Wanted. I watched Wanted not too long ago. I was like, oh, it's Chris Pratt. Weird looking. He's not looking so good.
I like the girl from that he partnered with in Passengers. Shoot.
Jennifer Lawrence.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like her.
She's not bad. I can't think of any other actresses, really. That's sad. That's really sad. Oh, I like Juno.
Oh, the girl in Juno?
Ellen Page.
Oh, okay. Isn't that...
I really
someone
like her.
said isn't that who the girl from The Last of Us was based off of?
They don't ever say that, but it's pretty clear that it is. I think she was mad about that, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, don't you like Megan Fox?
I like how she looks, not how she acts. She's not the best actress in the world. That's a whole different thing.
Okay.
I'm not trying to look at my movies now, just kind of get an idea of some people, but
Kate Winslet.
no.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Nah. Yeah, he's a good actor, but
Mark Hamill.
his Joker's awesome.
Yeah.
He's the best Joker.
Mark Hamill's good. Do you like... Oh, no, you haven't really seen, Ben Affleck or anything like that.
Ben Affleck, I've seen Ben Affleck.
Well, it's
before.
the Batman and whatnot.
No,
Everybody
I
complains
like-
about that.
I like Christian Bale. I did. Yeah, I like Bruce Willis. Though he's kind of the same guy in every movie.
Yeah.
He's kind of the same guy
That's
in
what
every
I was
movie.
thinking
too.
about Robert Downey Jr. I was like, when I saw him in The Shaggy Dog, I was like, he's playing exactly like
I think
he does
actors
in
who
Iron
can
Man.
do something different.
But-
Johnny Depp's big. He's always someone different.
Yeah.
I like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, okay.
He makes me
Samuel
laugh.
Jackson.
Something about him that's funny to me.
Did you
Patrick
see-
Stewart. Patrick
Oh,
Stewart.
yeah, Patrick Stewart.
He's so good in
Hugh
Star Trek.
Jackman.
He's a good Logan.
That's
Man,
about it.
Patrick Stewart. Oh, I love it. Patrick Stewart, Jack Nicholson, Brian Cox. They might be my top 3 actors. And then Johnny Depp. I'll throw Johnny Depp in there. 4.
No actress.
James McAvoy.
No actress.
What would you say actors, actresses?
Yeah. I just
You
said...
meant combined
What?
or separate?
I said combined.
Oh, I
but-
thought you meant 5 actors, 5 actresses.
No, combined.
Oh, well, it's better to do separate.
Well, you can't even
Actresses,
come
I
up with
can't
many
even- I know,
actresses.
it's sad, isn't it? That's sad to me.
Who's the other
I can't.
funny guy?
I like
it's
Ron
not.
Perlman, too.
It's not
Hellboy.
Steve Carell. There's another one that's kind of
Will
like
Ferrell.
him. Well, there's Will Ferrell, but there's someone
Oh.
else. Who's the guy that plays in Night at the Museum? Robin Williams. Duh, Robin Williams is in. He's
Ben
great too.
Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
He was
That's
the
it.
son of Jerry Stiller.
Yes, but
He's okay. He's more of a 90s guy.
Robin
He was
Williams.
big
How
in the
could you
90s.
forget Robin Williams?
He's a
man?
good actor. I like him better when he's serious. In serious movies. You ever see Awakenings? I have that movie. That's good. He's good in
I've
that.
heard Good Will Hunting was good.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I think
I
that's a
like
more
him better
serious
when he's
role of
serious.
He does
In a
some good
serious
funny stuff.
role,
He
like,
does a
yeah.
great genie.
Yeah.
He is
There's a
the
movie
genie.
where it was really rated R. What movie was that? He was a photographer. He was a weird, creepy photographer. Nothing funny about it. He was good. Oh, what's the name of that
Mrs. Doubtfire.
movie? No. He was creepy. He'd be a good villain in that. He would have been.
Okay, I'm confused.
What?
You can spoil us to the extent of a yes or no question, but is Jeff Goldblum the villain? Oh, you don't know yet. It's not out yet.
Jeff Goldblum the
Do
villain.
you think Jeff Goldblum is the villain in Thor?
Yes, sort
Okay.
of. Well, he's the same race that the Collector comes from. Now, the Collector wasn't really a villain.
I got that from his looks. I'm like, he
Yeah,
looks.
they all come. What are they called? I forget what they're called. Elders of the Universe.
Okay.
They all have a specific thing about them that they enjoy. Like the Collector likes
Collecting.
they're obsessed with something.
Okay,
Collector likes collecting. Who's Jeff Goldblum playing? The game, the Grandmaster.
I think so.
He's obsessed with games.
Yeah, okay.
Pitting
That makes
pitting
sense because he
people
pits Thor and
There's
Hulk.
another one called The Champion, I think, where he's obsessed with fighting. There's
I
the
wonder if they're
Gardener.
gonna make an appearance or if it's.
Well, in Prelude to the Infinity Gauntlet, when Thanos was getting the Infinity Stones, most of those guys had the stones. And there was a guy called the Gardener
Okay.
who had one of the Games Master. He played a game, he wagered the gem and
Okay.
played a game against them. That stuff was good. Like, they put that in the movie. Him getting the gems like that. That was really interesting stuff.
I could see them doing maybe like a short.
There, yeah, it'd be real
something
quick.
about
But the gems are in different places. They're not the same way
Yeah.
as they were in the comic books. So,
I'm just wondering
Yeah,
if
there's
Jeff
a whole bunch
Goldblum's
of
going to
them.
be back at all in the MCU.
I don't know what's going to happen to him.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't even know if the Collector's coming back. I have no idea.
When was the last time we saw him? We
He
saw
was
him.
in, they got the stone from Guardians.
But
Howard
he-
the Duck at the end. Howard the Duck.
Yeah, but I could have sworn that he did something else.
No.
He was in another shot.
You were thinking the end of Thor 2.
Oh, that's right.
They gave him the gem.
Yeah.
He's like, one down.
Does that mean Howard the Duck's going to be in
He was, oh,
MCU? Oh, okay.
get his own movie.
Is he?
No, I never heard that.
No.
That'd be a weird. He had a movie, back in the 80s. George Lucas did it. Terrible. It's
I
panned.
was thinking of a quote from Howard.
It's a terrible movie.
I'm like, I heard a quote
From
of
Howard
like
the Duck.
Iron Man speaking something about Howard the Duck. I'm like, what was that from? And it's from the Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel.
Oh, really?
Someone says something like, maybe it was Howard the Duck, and Iron Man's like, no, it wasn't Howard the Duck. I'm like, what? Are kids even gonna
Howard.
get that? But
Unless they saw that movie when they were kids. I never even saw that movie. It's terrible, supposedly.
I just thought
He's an interesting character,
it was
though.
pretty funny.
Smokes a cigar.
I heard about
Has
the
a
movie.
girlfriend, a redhead.
I heard about the movie, but
Well, no, that's in the comic.
no.
But well, it's based on the comic movie. Whatever.
So yeah, that's. I got nothing else.
No.
Thank you all for
That's
listening to episode 42 of the Vidiots podcast.
Damn.
Now in Technicolor. Not really. So, yep, thank you all for listening. Tune in, well, I don't know. Hopefully next week. We'll see how the baby is. So until then, everybody, sayonara.
Peace. Peace.